How is everybody today?
Good.
All right. That's good. Are there anything we need to go over from yesterday?
Don't have anything.
Nothing from yesterday. Targets and goals. I saw that EMS, Sarah, the reminders have went up. So what?
That was a website issue that has since been resolved. We all have passwords now and have been trained on how to utilize that, so those should be going down.
So everybody that's worked in that queue has been trained on the new website.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then Medicare to Berea. Medicare's went up some too. So we've got a contract staff here. I've audited her and it looks good. What are you saying?
She's asking very good questions, and it's never the same question, so she thinks she's getting it.
Well, just, if you see something, keep me in the loop. Let me know, because you may see something before I see it on the audit. Any workflow issues?
Yes, we still have the occurrence code 05 issue. The Cahaba rejections are still reprocessing. There's about 40 claims totaling $130,000, and because I knew you would want them, I brought you some examples so you could see what's going on.
Okay, that's good. I can take that to my huddle with the director, so make them aware. Staffing, is anybody scheduled to leave today?
I'm leaving at 10 today. I'll be back at lunchtime. You've okayed it. I'm just reminding you.
Thank you for reminding me. Keep them in the loop and keeping me reminded. Equipment issues. Have we had any equipment issues?
The ticket for X claims is still open.
Okay. I will, in my next meeting with Rodney, I will make sure that I bring that up because he was working with IT on that, and maybe he can move that on up the chain and get it resolved.
Thank you.
Physician issues. Have we had any physician issues?
No.
Well, that's great. Safety concerns.
Several of the billers have complained that it is dark back there.
Do you mind opening a ticket with Plan Ops and have them come by and look and see what they think?
I will.
That'll help me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Information. Any information's needed?
No.
That you guys don't have? Okay. So I've been doing some audits, and in the billing area, I've seen where rejections aren't being worked, and our standard is to work those rejections by 1 o'clock. So if you're not able to work those, you have got to let me know so we can change that workflow, okay? So just keep me in the loop. I understand if something happens and you can't, we just got to make sure we move it to the correct person. Any customer complaints or ways to improve customer satisfaction?
Not today.
Not today.
Alright, well, when you're working your accounts, just, keep an eye out for that so we can keep that improving. Project updates. Anybody have project update?
837 maps are live. EMS is still print screen, but they're working on that this week.
Okay. Well, just let me know if you need anything. That's good. Revenue increases or ways to save.
TriWest has included an upload feature now, so we can upload our medical records instead of printing them out. So we don't have to mail them or waste paper.
And that should speed up payment too, so that's good.
Cool.
Celebrations. Do we have anything to celebrate?
I have a celebration.
What's that?
My 2014 AmeriVantage claim is going to be paid. It's over $101,000. Should get the check next week.
All right. That is awesome. Yes. Any other celebrations?
I'm finally a grandma.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you. Pictures will come.
Thank you.
All right. Well, if y'all need anything, I'll be in my office, so just holler at me if you need anything.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. How are you today?
Busy, but I'm good.
Busy? Everything okay?
Yeah, just my calendar's full.
I understand. Anything I can help you with on that?
Not at this time.
So how are we doing on targets and goals?
Well, EMS and Medicare, as you can see, is the reminders are going up. But we have a couple contract staff here, and I've been auditing them. The audits are great. I've been following up with our staff and told them to keep me in the loop if they see something. So it's just working through that old AR. Now, Health Springs, they hadn't paid us since January.
Okay.
I've been emailing the rep there, so if you could maybe get that escalated.
Do we know, so since January?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and manage that up to the provider rep and see if we can get some movement on that for you.
Thank you.
How are we doing with staffing? Any staffing concerns, FMLA?
Not right now. We're good. Everyone's here.
Everybody's here today? That's good. Any injuries or
We're good there too. We don't have any injuries.
good? How about openings, vacant positions? How are we doing on filling those?
The billing manager position's still open, so if we could get that filled, that would help me.
We've been doing those interviews and we think we should have an offer that we should be able to extend maybe in the next week.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yes. And thanks for your help on those.
You're welcome.
Any status forms to complete? Or
I don't
HR
have any.
paperwork?
I don't have any.
Okay. How's your calendar look? You said it was kind of busy, but
It's busy, but it's okay. I mean, I'll work through it. It's just a
Manageable.
busy day, yeah.
okay. Any concerns from your huddles, quality issues, audit results, anything that's where standard work's not being followed?
Kermit, his audit's been low this last week, so I plan on doing a one-on-one and then following the standard and re-auditing him. But I really think he just needs some one-on-one.
Okay. And we'll re-audit next week.
Yes, sir. We'll follow the standard, and if it doesn't improve, I may have to get you involved.
Okay. So do we know yet why he's not following those standards?
I think it's just being here for a long time, just reminding him of the standards that we have out available and all that good
The
stuff.
online standards?
Yes, sir.
They're all up to date?
Yes, sir. We keep them up to date. As soon as I get them, I try to get them posted that day. Then we go over them in huddles.
Okay. All of our online standards and the standard work that we have posted there, everything up to date?
Yes, it's up to date. As I get it out there. Try to as of that day. So we continue to add to it every day.
Okay. When we are still auditing those standards on our weekly audits, right?
Yes.
Good. Any physician issues or equipment issues?
We didn't have any physician issues today, but now equipment issues. IT was supposed to be updating X claims, and you were working with them on that. Do you?
Yeah, I got an update from Russ this morning that they were going to do a virtual desktop on the billing machine starting today, and then tomorrow they would work on the collector machines, and then they're going to work through an upgrade schedule to actually upgrade the PCs for us to get the right version. But the temporary patch that we can get installed quickly was a virtual desktop.
Okay,
So,
I'll let the staff know then.
Please
They'll
do.
be excited about that.
yes. How about customer complaints? Anything we need to be aware of or something that may result in a complaint?
We don't have any customer complaints that I'm aware of at this time.
Okay. Any concerns about workflow?
None that we hadn't already talked about.
Okay. How about revenue cost savings opportunities?
Well, with LabCorp being implemented, I am needing a couple of computers, so if they have any available.
I actually talked to Gina about PCs already, and she's going to have some left over as a result of that transition. So if you'll follow up with Gina,
Okay.
and she was working on getting a list together for IT of any PC needs. So if you'll put these on her list, then she should be able to share those.
I will get with Gina on that then. Thank you.
Sure. Good thought. Anything we haven't talked about? Open projects or anything?
837 is implemented except for EMS, but it's getting ready to be rolled out.
Do we have a timeline on that one?
In a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Kathy's still working on implementing it, but
Good.
should be just a couple of weeks.
Couple weeks sounds good. That'll be a huge help.
Yes.
Anything you need from me?
Not right now.
Great. Anybody I can recognize while I'm here?
Yes, if you could recognize Dee, she collected on a $100,000 account that was from 2014. She never gave up and got that account paid. So I think
That's
she should be recognized
That's
on
hard
that
to
one.
do.
Yes,
I'll stop by and see her on my way out.
and she will appreciate that coming from you.
Sure. Thanks for letting me know. All right. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. Good. Got a lot going on today, but good.
So help me with things we had open from last month that we need to follow, or last couple of weeks that we need to follow up on.
The AmeriGroup remit issues are still out there. So we've been going back and forth with that provider rep for weeks, and we still haven't really reached resolution on that. So I think do you have a contact up?
Yeah. Can you send me a summary of the points of that, and I'll forward that on to her, and then copy you guys and see if that'll help us.
Yeah, I'll talk with Melody. She's got a lot of the detail behind
Okay.
that, and ask her to summarize that for us.
Okay. We've already been through the provider rep and that's not working.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Anything more on the cash issue that we were having with Health Spring?
Yesterday we got our payment from them.
Oh, great.
Covered a lot of the back
Mhm.
pays that or backlogs that they didn't pay us for in February.
Okay.
So we're keeping a close eye on them though, to make sure that they don't continue to have processing issues. If something else comes up, I'll let you know on those.
It's good the provider rep was able to.
Yeah, she worked really hard.
Right.
I was about at the point that we were going to have to manage that one up to a different level too, but she was persistent and helped us out.
So help me with staffing. Where are we with those? The billing manager we filled with T, and we've got to redo hers, but help me with where we are with those open positions.
Yeah, for the Medicare biller, we're looking for interim help,
Okay.
see if there's some interim resources, and we've also got the position posted on our board for the permanent person. She's already gotten a few applicants on that, so she'll be starting to review those and see if anybody meets our criteria for interviews.
Okay. Is Bob helping, guiding her with that since she hadn't done something like that before?
Yes, he and
Good.
Selena are
Good.
actually working with her on that.
Good.
The patient accounting director, still working with Bob on that, but we had one interview yesterday, and then we've got one next week
Good.
for on-site candidates, second level interviews. So
Okay.
hopefully we'll find a good candidate in that hunt, and we'll be able to make an offer. If not, we'll continue to. We're still accepting resumes too. So
Right.
still
And Bob's
looking at
doing a
what's
good
out
job in the interim, so that was a
there.
good
He is.
plus.
He is. He was a good find for us.
Yeah. Did we get the managers where we were taking them from supervisors to managers? Did we get? I know we got it through all the approval processes, but did we get that affected?
Yes, it was
Okay.
effective. You took it on Tuesday, and we went ahead and made it effective for that pay period. So the
Okay.
status forms are in, and they're good to go. They're
So
very
the
excited.
people know, so I can go congratulate them or thank
Yes.
them for that.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's see. The interim director position, I know Bob's been doing a great job with, but with the interim director and the billing manager, there's a lot of changes. How's the staff? How's the morale?
They're doing really well. Everybody in billing's excited that T's accepted that role. Promotion from within's always a good thing, and we've seen a lot of folks really stepping up for patient accounting and offering to help and learning new things. So that's been helpful.
Good.
Obviously, we'll have another transition to go through. We'll have to see how it
Sure.
goes with that one, but so far so good. They're doing really well.
Always transitioning in or out, it seems.
Yeah.
Major frustrations, issues from huddles, anything in that regard?
We had an occurrence code issue with Cahaba that came up. They rejected a lot of claim, or most all of our claims that had an occurrence code 05 on them. It was a processing issue that they had, so we're having to go through the reprocessing and all that. So not a long-term impact to us or a recurring issue, just kind of one of those things that popped up and we'll have to deal with.
Okay, good. Safety issues, equipment issues, anything?
The only safety issue we had is it was brought up by one of the staff members that we may want to add a gate downstairs. So we've contacted plant operations.
Where the
They said-
stairs are?
Yeah, just because of the tightness of when you come through there.
Right.
Sometimes people carrying things in and out and umbrellas and things. They were afraid. I think one had almost stepped backwards and almost hit the steps. So we avoided a near miss situation, but we contacted plant ops. They said they could put a gate up there pretty easily for only a few $100s. So
I think of them too when it was raining the other day. That still the canopies working okay and all that
Yes.
for them. Good.
Canopies are wonderful. They love those.
Physician issues, equipment issues.
No physician issues and none of the equipment issues that haven't already been resolved.
Okay. We got all the computers with IT transitioned out that they were transitioning.
We did. They implemented that virtual desktop for us. Very helpful. And then they went through and are in the process of finalizing all the replacement PCs now. So
Okay.
big thanks to Russ and David. If you see them,
Okay,
please
I'll
thank
send
them
them a
for us.
note.
Yeah.
Good. Customer complaints, is how's Candace folks? Any big complaints? I haven't seen very many come through the complaint process through SLT or anything.
They're continuing to ask the questions of patients, how can we improve? So they're taking those nuggets when they have them. But they did have the complaint that was from several months ago that resulted in a lot of work about how long it was taking us to post some of our patient payments from outlying areas.
Right.
And at one point it was 17. But now they've got that down to the longest one is 4. Most of them are at 1, but they've got it down by lots.
Yeah, well, I was down there the other day, and they had all of them on their daily board were 1, except there was 2. I think that they were working on physical therapy, and somewhere else they were the only 2 they didn't have down from 4. So.
Yeah, and the courier system may help us with some of that to
Sure.
get a more standard. Sometimes it's hard for some of those outlying places do they have somebody coming back on a regular basis. So she's talking to them about the courier system, and we may need to update our cash policy to allow for the courier to transport that, because right now that's not in our policy. So we're working through the process on that, and then we'll update the policy.
Okay. That's been a long time. I know that wasn't easy getting that from 17 to 4, so that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Workflow issues, anything we need to talk about there?
Just minor things, EMS and Medicare. Of course, with T's change, that creates the Medicare thing, but EMS backlog of claims and not having somebody in that position. We didn't have an interim. So we do have a new interim now that's helping us in addition to our full-time person. So I'm excited to see that backlog come down.
Right.
Still a little early. I keep pushing for, how are they doing and what's the reminders look like. But they finished up training and their audits are looking really good so far.
So feel good about that person.
We do.
It's been hard to find somebody for
It has
EMS,
been really hard to find.
I know we cover those in huddles, but any projects we need to talk about that we're struggling with timelines or anything like that?
837's been an ongoing project for us for a long time. We do have all of our regular 837s live. The ones that we don't have live is for EMS.
Mhm.
And we anticipate about 2 weeks from now we should have those going unless we run into any problems.
Okay.
So we're
Has that-
excited about that.
Has that given us the results we thought? I mean, we've been able to, will you see that on the clean claim rate pretty soon? I realize we just started.
Yeah, we think the clean claim rate will really help. There have been some edits that we couldn't do in print image that we will be able to do in 837s. A little bit of added flexibility for that, so we should start to see the clean claim rate go up.
Awesome.
And also some decreased edits in general.
And decrease manual work.
Yes,
That'd be great.
less touches.
Good. If we had any change, I know we've been trying to implement standard work, but have we been able to do any of that or just covered up with other things?
That's going well. Tweaking a few things on the audit standard, but that's pretty much in place now. The other standards, patient accounts got a lot of their standards posted online, and we've gotten patient access to do the same thing. Patient access actually broken out by area, so ER, admitting, and so on all have different sections with standards. So quick reference places to go and look up if they have a question about how to do something.
Other areas, I've been talking to other areas that roll up to me on the same thing. So Rosemary has talked to Kirby when she was here and y'all about what you're doing with audits, and she's rolling that out. And then when we interviewed the potential director candidate yesterday, I asked her about audits, and that was one of the things that she did. So starting to see that, and it really does help you see some of those things that are happening and
Right.
make sure people are doing it the way you want it done.
Right.
So,
We would like to get to the place where we have some of those standards like on a board,
Right.
so we can put them out and anybody that can audit them, and I think that helps us with our audits, but it would help with making sure that we're following some of
Sure.
those standards too. So
it's hard enough to get them set up. It's even harder to keep them implemented and keep them updated.
Right.
So, anything for all those projects we need to reprioritize, either the people or the projects, or how are we doing with priorities?
yeah, always a struggle. We've got boards like this in all of our supervisor offices now, trying
Right.
to prioritize based on an impact and a difficulty. So we think we've got them all where they need to be right now, but that's subject to change in the next few minutes, if depending on what comes up. But
Hard to get everybody to work through and get comfortable moving things around
Yeah.
from time to time.
it's hard for us, so
Yeah.
we've got to lead by example and try to keep moving that forward.
You mentioned Russ that I could recognize, and I could probably recognize Candace and their work, and Kathy's on the 837. Anybody else that I need to?
IT for their help on getting the PCs fixed for us.
Oh, okay.
They did a great job with the X-Claims issue that we had. They got us virtual desktop. Now they've almost finished replacing PCs.
Good.
And then Karen in coding.
Mhm.
She's done a really good job, stepped up and helped us on a lot of first-of-year changes and things that kind of happen, and worked really closely with us on those. Before you leave, if you have a time, stop by and see Dee. She collected a 2014 account, managed Medicare that she'd been working on for almost 2 years, and she got it paid this last week. It was over $100,000.
Wow,
So,
that's fantastic.
yeah. So if you get a chance to stop by
Okay,
and say
I'll do
something
that.
to her,
Okay,
that'd be great.
good, great work.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. You
All
too.
right.
Talk to you later.
Thanks.